Oh, oh, okay. Well, it's on, I guess. Uh, let's see. Going back to the page. Uh, your little video, what was it? Um, okay, you had a little talk on dogma and metaphysics, and uh, let me see. You had gone on, quite a bit about how, metaphysics should be ruled out or whatever it was. And somebody else made a video response, and I pointed out one thing they said at the end. Forget what his name is. Uh, he said that metaphysics is the lens through which we view the world. So, very good. I think that's excellent. Uh, and then we got into a little talk on the comments section. And then it came down to you asking some questions, and I figured, well, there's so many questions here, so many posts. I don't know. So anyway, let's see now. Let's go down to. Okay, there was one post where the questions really. Okay, there was a preliminary question. What's Rudolf Steiner have to say about metaphysics, about the elements? Well, I bought one book written by Rudolf Steiner. It was called Spiritual Hierarchies. And really, I didn't get much out of it. I think Rudolf is more, he studied poetry written by Goethe, I think. So, his style of writing is more or less poetical or whatever. So I didn't really uh, quite follow much of what Rudolf Steiner was saying. I failed to see how much of it was useful, spiritual hierarchies. And I only vaguely remember what I read, really, but I think a lot of what he wrote was like that. He developed a new form of Christianity that he called anthroposophy, which let me see, Rudolf Steiner. Right. He was the head of the German, some German city. He was the head of the Theosophical Society. And he gave that up to develop his own anthroposophy, which was really a new form of Christianity. And he founded the Waldorf schools, and they somehow, I think they started in Switzerland because Rudolf Steiner got in trouble with Hitler, I think, something like that. The Nazis, whatever. The Nazis wanted to get rid of him. But anyway, But anyway, there's the Steiner schools. They do a lot of study of old German fables and stuff like that. So they think, that literature's very important. And, I don't mind that. I love to watch horror movies and whatnot, and gothic horrors aren't so bad. Dracula or whatever. I think it is good. I think it really is good because, there have been a lot of things written about, uh, you know, I don't know, probably making certain kinds of illness supernatural, like, you know, maybe vampirism is related to hydrophobia or something, fear of water, fear of holy water, things like that. So, anyway, and, uh, but anyway, I don't want to get way off the mark. Rudolf Steiner, that really gets into, the fantasy world. But anyway, let's see. You asked three questions somewhere. Let's see. What were they? Something about, okay. Just answer this. Is something you would call metaphysics theoretical or not? Well, theory is theory, whatever you might want to call theory. You can make theories about almost anything. Theory is like just a format of just a structured presentation for something, right? A structured argument for something, a structured description of how something works or whatever. It's the ultimate you know, idea of how something works. And I mean, some things are called theories that are not really theories. A hypothesis is not really a theory, not a scientific theory. A hypothesis, has to be developed with some kind of observations and verifications of the observations according to the theory. The theory would tell you how, an experiment is supposed to turn out, like, if you whatever. If raise the temperature of a gas in a closed cylinder or something, if you know the mass of the gas and it's whatever, it's a various constants, whatever, and the temperature, you know what the pressure is in the closed cylinder. You know how much the temperature is going to, the pressure is going to vary with temperature, things like that. So anyway, that's theory. That's the mathematical description. There's this ideal gas law, things like that. That's theory. So let's see. Do you believe in a priori knowledge? Well, I believe that there are mental ideas that we know, pretty certainly, whatever. Like the mathematics, all kinds of mathematical logic, arithmetic, geometry, whatever. In a certain sense, they're very, they're like symbolic ideas, mental ideas, and the ideas make sense to us, and they do work. So it's valuable. It's valuable to know, right? Okay, but I think we know that through experience. We know those mental things, numbers or whatever they are, through experience of the mind. I mean, if numbers don't really exist outside of us, then they're mental ideas, and we know those mental ideas through thinking, and that is a kind of experience. So, in terms of a priori and a posteriori, whatever, I stick with experience. I think that we need to know things through experience, but we do have to, be cognizant of what kind of experience brought this knowledge to us. Was it knowledge of this and that and everything? Now, of course, it's very nice if you have some kind of verifiable observation. In other words, you verified, I mean, some idea you have through observations of external things, like the weight of the mass of an object. Somehow you arrived, through instruments or whatever. You found out how many atoms were in a piece of metal, and then you weighed it, and the force was such, and the mass was such. So you make a correlation. You demonstrate something that anybody can demonstrate. You just tell them what kind of what kind of measurements you made with what instruments, whatever. Document your experiment, and you can verify things like that. That's nifty. That's an erector set. That's Tinker Toys. That's fine. But we have experiences that we can't verify with other people very easily. Even though there may be more verifications of some experiences than we really know. It depends on what you discover in your experience. With other people. Let me see if I'm running out of time. Uh, Boy, where is that thing? I know there's a machine here somewhere doing something. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm at 9 minutes and 39 seconds. So, well, I'll continue this on the next thing, but I want to get back to those three questions because that was, that last one, without before experience, after experience, I don't know. Okay. Stop capture. Now